I'm going to show you how to cook a perfect steak. First of all, get your steak out of the fridge 20 minutes, half an hour or so before you want to cook it, to give it a chance to come up to room temperature. It'll cook much better that way. Next, you put your steak on a plate, drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. Don't need to use the expensive stuff, just a good cheap olive oil because you're going to be cooking with it. Sprinkle of salt, sprinkle of black pepper. Now, turn the steak over, do the same thing again. Now, this way you rub and push that lovely seasoning into the meat and make sure the whole surface is nicely coated. There you are. Your steak's now ready to go in the pan. So when your pan's hot, lift your steak up, and I'm just going to lay it in the pan like that. Don't worry about putting extra oil in the pan because there's already enough oil on the surface of the steak. It's not going to stick. It's important that the pan you put it in is a nice heavy bottom pan. That means the steak's going to get really good heat off it and it's not going to cool the pan down as opposed to the other way round. Once your steak's in, take a nice pair of tongs and make sure that the steak's in good contact with the pan. Like that. And basically now what you want to do is turn it every couple of minutes and cook it for, well, it depends how you like your steak cooked. If you want your steak medium, which for a sirloin I recommend you do, probably about 8 minutes for a steak this thick. Turning every minute. Should be taking on a little bit of colour in the bottom, yep. A few seconds longer, then we'll turn it. There we go. Do the same thing again. Press the steak down with your tongs to make sure it's in good contact with the pan. Don't be tempted to shake it about, just leave it be and it'll start building that beautiful caramel up on the surface of the meat. That's what's going to make it taste great. I'm just going to lift it up now and sear it on the side, on the fat, just to help get that fat a little bit crispy, then it's much nicer to eat. See that fat coming out? It's melting out of the steak. Now, there you go. See the difference that made? Give it another check. Another little sear on its skin. On its fatty edge. That's been about 6-7 minutes now. I'll give it one more minute and then I think it'll be time to come out. I know it's cooking. When I press the meat I feel how firm it is and I know that it's well in its way. That's the steak ready now. I'm going to lift it out and pop it on a plate to rest. Now, as the steak's resting, I'm just going to give it a little squeeze of lemon and a drizzle of good olive oil. Give that a couple of minutes and it'll be ready to eat.